Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. This Shabbat is a very special one. Only one of these a year because it's Shabbat Bereshit, the beginning of the reading of Torah. And throughout the weekend, we're going to explore this Torah portion. People have asked me, in fact, this just happened, don't you get tired, Rabbi, of reading the same book over and over again? And I would answer, well, it's not just the storyline that we read, it's all the hidden messages. And throughout the weekend, we're going to explore many of those messages. You may know that Bereshit begins with a giant bet. And I have a giant bet right here, so we can look at it. And as you see, it has a top portion. We could say that the top prevents us from speculating too much about God. We know that God is real, God cares and loves us. We can never see God's face, the Torah tells us, but we see the after effects of God. We see God through relationship. We see God through good deeds. And then we have this back bracket, and that prevents us from living in the past, wallowing in the past. We can learn from the past, and we should, but we can't live there. Rather, we have to move forward. And then we have this bottom bracket, and that prevents us from truly knowing what happens after we die. We know there is life after death. We know that the soul is immortal. But there still is a great mystery that surrounds death. But you see, the bet forms a giant bracket, and it points forward. The bet is telling us, read on. Read the rest of the Torah. The Torah provides answers to life's many questions if you just study it and turn it and learn it and live by it. We're going to explore some very interesting concepts. Did you know, for example, that there are not one but two creation stories? Chapter 1 and chapter 2, they're very different from one another. And we'll point out Friday night the two stories. And did you know that it's most likely that Adam and Eve did not eat from an apple tree, that the forbidden fruit is not an apple, and find out what it is? And then we'll certainly speak about this whole portion is about choice and about making the right choices and choosing the right path. And no matter what Adam and Eve do, and even though they're thrown out of Eden, they're forgiven. God still loves them. And we learn from that we all make mistakes and we sometimes take the wrong path, but we can have a correction and we can atone and we can get back on path. And that's what this Torah portion reminds us even after Sukkot and after the high holy days. So be with us all weekend. First of all, we have Tat Shabbat. First, the service at 6, followed by the dinner. 7:30 is Shabbat evening services. All our services are now at 7:30. And you have the opportunity to perform a mitzvah. Sunday is Community Mitzvah Day, beginning with opening ceremonies at the Federation Annex, 1721 Springdale Road. Most of the rabbis of the community and our cantors will be there as we begin a day of performing a good deed. And a good deed can indeed save a life. So we hope to see you this weekend. And as we begin all over again, Bereshit, Shabbat Shalom.